Welcome to another episode of Into the West Comics. My name is Frank. We got the band back together.
Yes, sir.
We're all here.
There it is. Looks good.
Whoa. See you guys over there.
What up?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but it's a very special day today.
Yeah.
It is November 12th, and I don't know if you know what that is. It's our Plusiversity. Plusiversity.
You're right.
It is.
You're right.
It is the anniversary of Disney Plus
Oh, wow.
being launched a year ago. So basically, a year ago is when everybody signed up for Disney Plus to watch Mandalorian. Essentially, that's what everybody.
It's literally been the only thing carrying it
paid
for
for.
both
Or
times.
signed up for Verizon Unlimited so they could get it for free.
There you go.
True
Yeah.
that.
There's
True that.
somebody in here that I remember telling me that he signed up for it to watch Mandalorian, and then he was going to cancel it
Right.
after the finale of Mandalorian. I don't know if that happened or not, but
Well, look where we are now.
right. Oh yes. Oh, life changing.
Seriously.
So last week we got the second episode of The Mandalorian, season 2.
And
yes.
some people almost canceled after that episode.
Some people did. You know
Even in the
why
studio.
Baby Yoda is so cute.
He did. I think he
I'm on
carried the
cuteness
show.
overload.
Carried the show for sure. I think with the little bit of like X-Wing stuff we got, and I really like the fact that Mandalorian's still using the flamethrower. Other than that, I think it was a little fillerish, and I wasn't really too stoked on the episode. But you liked it.
I didn't. Okay, you make me sound like I loved it. I didn't love it. I didn't think it was as good as last season or the first episode.
Mm-mm.
But I did think that it gave me a little bit of nostalgia because that's kind of what I loved about Star Wars was seeing new creatures, seeing new worlds, seeing
Yeah.
all this
Mhm.
different stuff happen. And like you mentioned, the X-Wings and the clouds, like him
So
dropping out of nowhere, these spiders, which I hate spiders. So as soon as that came on, I was like, yep, nope, don't
Nope.
like this episode anymore. But no, I thought it was good for like a Star Wars thing because it got me intrigued with these new things that they're introducing. And I mean, how are you going to go through a season 2 or even put more Star Wars stuff out without introducing new stuff?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, they're going to have some
No,
flops,
that's true.
and yeah, they're going to have some great stuff. So
I thought the funny part about it for me was that Yoda is like not Yoda, the child
The child.
keeps getting into stuff,
Dude, always.
and
He's always getting
he's
into
like,
something.
"Oh, you like let me pick you up and bring you over here. Don't
He's just
touch things." and-
Always hungry, always trying to munch on something.
yes,
yeah.
I'm waiting for him to like get smart enough, and like I've got a like 6-month-old kid, and we have the like strap thing that you put it on the chest.
Mhm.
I want to see him just carrying him around in like a like a little seat.
Like a little pack.
Yeah,
It's
Little-
gonna happen.
little
or on a
Mando pack.
leash, like those people
Yeah,
have
'cause
their kids
You
on.
you
with the
absolutely
backpack.
can't take your eye off of him. He puts him in the crate so they go to sleep or whatever. He opens it up. He's gone. You know he's eating those eggs. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even at the end, like he's like, I got one more.
Right. And she's like in a little, like she's doing like a little day spa or something like that, whatever she's doing. And he's in there. He's like, oh, hey, here we go.
He's like, I'm trying to get some more of these.
Dude.
I wonder what it is about either Baby Yoda or the species at all that they're obsessed with. Like,
eating everything. 'Cause
Eating
they ate one of the
everything.
spiders too.
yeah,
Well, think about just Yoda. Go back to Empire Strikes Back. He's like trying to raid his little
is, yeah.
igloo, whatever, his little locker that he's got. Luke's got all his snacks. He's
That's
trying to
true. I didn't
steal
think
like
about
his
that.
candy bars and stuff like that. He's trying to get into all of his food.
It's true.
So I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it's just their thing.
But
They
also-
have the munchies.
But also, Frog Mom, Lady Frog, whatever you want to call her, is a terrible mother. Like
yeah,
that.
Especially if that's
he
the
took
only-
like
the s-
5 eggs and she didn't notice.
that's the rest of your species at all.
Yeah.
I
I
said,
like
that's
how
so
they're
weird.
just like scooping him up out
Yeah.
of the water.
Why are you not protecting that a little bit more?
That was funny.
Yeah, he's bloop, bloop.
So
It was
all in
great.
all, I think filler for sure. We were talking about why do you need a filler episode when you have 8 episodes in this season?
Right.
I feel like it was a waste of an episode. I don't know.
But hey, it gave us some laughs. So
Mandalorian is still using the flamethrower every single episode. I'm dialing it.
They've got that streak going.
Yeah,
Like,
every single episode. So it was cool.
I'm interested to see what happens going forward. Obviously, we want to get some more background context and some more story.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us a big reveal right at the end of the first episode, so we don't know if they're going to even touch on that until like right at the end of the season
Right.
or what. And I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Guys, we got to do it. It's a weekly update. We've got to talk about 10 of Swords or 22 of Swords.
22
Rob
of
was
Swords.
mentioning. We got to talk about that.
Not for sure.
These episodes were good. These
my
issues
gosh.
It's
were
almost
good.
like episodes. It's like
Yeah.
3 issues this week,
Mhm.
and I liked them all.
Same.
I thought they were all great.
It was really good.
I think from trying to see what Saturnine's powers are, we were talking about that. The little like reality warp that she played on Wolverine, just in
Yep.
case if you fail or if you did actually kill me, this is actually what would happen.
Mm-hmm.
You get like Mad Jim Jaspers is around there in the corner. I think his reality warping is gonna come to play pretty
Yeah.
soon. I don't know, man. You were talking about the feast.
Yeah, the feast. It's like he's talking about, we prepared for you this marinated whatever the thing was.
It was like a unicorn
A
something.
unicorn.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. It's
Look
like
like steaks.
it's like an episode of Top Chef, and then they have like a giant horned beast they just have sliced up, and then some of them aren't eating, and
right.
they're just like they're all drinking, and everybody's sizing each other up and trying to. They're doing the. I'm trying to think of the character's name that is like Domino, but she's not.
Iska the Unbeaten.
Iska, yeah. And she's like doing like like they're doing like bar tricks
It's
or something with each other.
Cable, Magic, and someone else is
Yeah.
over there, and they're like putting the bullet underneath a cup or seeing what she was like this. Oh, Magic
That was
like,
hilarious.
what number am I thinking of? She's like, you're not thinking of a number.
Yeah.
He's like, ah!
That
I
was
know
great.
her face too. She's like, oh my gosh.
And I think it also gave like a little bit of a snapshot. I think it was she's called Red Root.
Red
Mhm.
Root. Mhm.
Yeah, she's talking about like their qualities of their world is like so much better than the world that they come
Right. So
from.
they don't have to hide
Who they are.
Who they are. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? All the Arakan ones always have to wear their like heart on their sleeve. I have to show that I'm a beast. I'm strong. All the X-Men are like, oh, we have a lot of us around here, so there's more to. We don't have to show like blasting our powers all over the place every couple minutes.
I'm wondering. When I read that panel, I was really noticing that that's the first person on that side that really has doubted that side a little bit.
Mm.
Like that's the
Hmm.
first time somebody's mentioned, oh, maybe they are better, whether it's at this or this or this. I'm wondering if that means that Red Root is gonna maybe have
Flip.
something to do with if the X-Men take the upper hand in this, because even after these 3 issues, the X-Men don't have the upper hand.
No,
Right.
not
It
at all.
does not look like. And I was telling Frank this. I was like, I like Saturnine,
Saturnine.
whatever. I like her, but I hate her at the same time
For sure.
because she's like super cool. But at the same time, I'm like, you're cheating.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you're just cheating at this thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm wondering if Red Root is going to be the one that shifts it to the X-Men side, and like almost helps them overcome this evil that is Saturnine.
Well, speaking of like almost like honor among them, White Knight heals Cypher, and he's like, dude, you got poisoned. I will not be victim.
He
to...
has like an honor code.
Yeah, he's like, I
Yes.
will not be
Yeah.
victim to just like cheating. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're gonna do this
Mhm.
for real. So like the honor thing kind of got brought up. So I definitely feel you
Yep.
on that.
I feel like some of the people that are following Saturnine are kind of doubting her and not
Yeah.
really wanting to follow where she wants them to go.
Agreed.
Well, you kind of wonder if this, we were talking about it previously like weeks ago, how this could be set up potentially kind of like a tournament, or like how it was going to be laid out, and that's obviously not what they're
No.
doing with the scoring. It's
No, because
it's all
it's-
over the place.
but
we
it's
said it's like
also-
summer camp.
Right.
There's the way
You
they're
get a
doing
point for
this.
this. You get a
You
point for that. You get a point
participation
over
trophies. Yeah, like you can get
But
the medal
also-
for winning the marathon.
Yeah, and it's also not like a bracket where they're based against certain people.
No.
She's drawing cards and randomly putting them together.
And then that's what I was trying to figure out, because we got Captain Britain and Iska,
Mm-hmm.
weird matchup, you know what I mean? So how does it work? Is it just pull out of the hat, or does she just flip it and see who's going up against who? Because I thought it was Wolverine versus Solemn, and there
Uh-huh.
was like a specific order.
Yep.
We're gonna have like a final four, and then like a big hype up like weekend. There'll be another feast. And
Possibly.
Who got poisoned? I mean, who's doing the poisoning? Is it a character that we've already seen,
Mhm.
or is it some unknown mutant? Did he or she play a part in this poisoning or attempted poisoning? We don't know.
Because and I really do like Saturnine, Strattonine, whatever. She said, I would have gave it to you guys had Wolverine not try to kill me. You know what I mean? So this is kind of like both of you guys playing unfair on things, and I'll let it pass. She's definitely having way too much fun with this game.
Which also makes sense, though. If anyone on the X-Men side is going to try to cheat, it's gonna be Wolverine.
Absolutely.
So
But I kind of like the back and forth too with Apocalypse. It might have been the same issues, Apocalypse and Genesis. That are
Yep.
they're going back and forth and talking about their children, the four,
Mhm.
the four horsemen of Apocalypse. They're saying that you did a good job with the kids. Like she's
Mhm.
paying a compliment. She's like, I did my best. It's like it's so like random. It's
I
like
really
you're
like
talking
that.
about
Yeah.
you're an otherworldly type of being,
Right.
yeah.
and just like oh
The other-
raising kids is tough. Kind of like a
The other dynamic I liked of I don't know because I haven't read these if this is a relationship in the past, but Storm and is it one of the four
I believe it's
horsemen? Is
Death.
it Death?
and death.
I think it's
the
Death.
the Sphinx looking
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Oh no, Anubis. looking
Anubis,
One. That's
yeah.
what he has. The
Whatever.
dog.
Yeah, the dog one. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I liked that issue. I think it was Marauders last
Mhm.
week where they went like underwater and they were like
Mhm.
dancing and talking and how he's
Mhm.
like, "You don't fear me," and she's like, "No, I respect you," and like, I was like, "That's interesting."
It really is, and I really like him. Because it doesn't show his face during the feast. He takes his helmet off, and
Mhm.
he has the scarab in the back of his head, kind of
Yep.
like Blue Beetle. He's like, "Why would you serve me this secret scarab?" and blah blah blah. And Wolverine's like munching
I
on
know,
it.
and
He's
then
like,
he looks
"We
down
gotta
and it's not
eat. You don't
there.
wanna
"Gotta
waste
eat, homie.
anything."
Don't want to waste it, bub. I was
Dude.
like, yes.
They're great.
It's honestly, I think it's one of the better things we've talked about or even been reading.
Yeah.
I think Death Metal was amazing, but it was just so far out there, and there were so many different weird characters. This is, I mean, it's definitely X-Men and swords and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like it's a little bit more grounded, maybe because it's like a tournament.
Yeah.
They made it so that you have to build on the next part, and they
Mhm.
keep giving you this background context. They outline things before and after, like
Right.
where you're going, and where they're making it dummy proof.
Right.
In a sense, to where we just okay, what's the next thing I read, and then we know that we get 3 parts next week, and I think we get the last 3 parts the week after, and then we're done
Mhm.
as far as this goes. So there's a lot more to come as far as the story
Very
goes
for sure.
overall
Yes.
before we wrap this up in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Starting next week, we are on 17 of Swords.
Yeah, we're on the 17 of Swords.
I think it's 17, 18, 19, and then it's 20, 21, 22.
Yeah. You're right.
I'm here for it.
So something else that came out this week that we've been
Mhm.
kind of waiting to see,
Waiting to see what happened.
waiting to
because-
see what happened to her.
Yes, I mean, we talked Joker War. Everybody was kind of like, oh, well, flopped. That's fine.
Mhm.
Except for me, but I was on
No,
that
it had
episode.
it had its moments.
had
I don't,
its
I don't- I don't
moments.
think it flopped. It just yeah.
No, but we would probably all agree that I think some of the characters in it flopped. And I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
one of them might have been Punchline, where
Mhm.
it's all this hype, this build up, and what is going on. So we got the Punchline one shot.
Mhm.
You both read it?
No.
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 You read it, Frank? Frank, what'd you think? Give me your reaction.
I enjoyed it. And it obviously gives her a lot of background. It lended more towards a mystery
Mhm.
of
Okay.
where this is going to go,
Yep.
and then where she's going to be plugged in as far as down the line next year. I mean, I've been saying all along, I think that she should be a Nightwing villain. She should
Mhm.
always be kind of hand in hand with him, going back and forth.
Yeah.
I think that they could do a lot of things with that character. It not only builds him up, but it establishes her.
Yep.
And you could use the more, I don't know, cerebral, over like criminal mastermind dudes
Yes.
in Gotham City, especially for where Batman is right now,
Yep.
Yeah.
because he's been downgraded to a brownstone in Gotham
Living
City.
in an apartment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's
Oh,
like he's
penthouse.
oh like he's like
Mm.
he's busted or
Yeah.
something, But I
Yeah.
I like the character of Punchline. I think that there's a lot of things that they can do with her going forward.
Agreed. Agreed.
And
I like her more after I read this. Okay, is that
okay?
fair?
That's
Yeah, I
fair.
like that.
Okay.
I really like that.
That's fair.
One of the most exciting parts of the book for me was that the end said to be continued in 2021. I was
Right.
like, I hope this isn't like the last time we see her. But I also do think that I agree with you, and I think they're going that way where she's going to be more of a villain of his sidekicks
Mhm.
as opposed to him himself. Because
The
even
Bat
in this,
family,
even
not
in this, it's
necessarily him.
Harper, which is who Bluebird, Harper, whatever her name is.
Uh-huh.
She was the main protagonist in this one,
Mm.
Okay.
like going against Punchline. So Batman's like not even in this at all.
Yep.
So I think they're already leaning towards dropping her down to like those characters.
Okay.
But I also like that
Makes
she's
sense.
not a copy of Harley Quinn because I think a lot of us were worried about that
Yeah.
when we first read. And Harley fell in love with the Joker in that sense when she was his doctor, psychologist, therapist, whatever. This girl grew up watching the Joker, I guess, is
Mhm.
essentially what happened.
Yeah.
And she respects like his craziness and chaos.
Uh-huh.
She's
Yeah.
not
Like,
necessarily in love
idolizes
with
him
him.
more
Yes.
so than, like,
She
a
sees
relationship.
flaws in him that's saying like, you're not going to do what you think you're going to do. You're
Right.
not going to be what you think you're going to be. Let me help you.
Right.
She's not falling in love with him. She is more wanting to, in a sense, I think, overcome and become him. I think that she wants to partner with him to kind of take what he's doing to the next level to where he has to rely on her.
See, and that even bothers me more about the finale of Joker War.
Hmm.
They could have gone in this. They could have gone in a completely different direction. They could have left it completely open ended as far as what happened to Joker.
Yeah.
And leaving us unknown and guessing, and you could have held all these people making a claim to Joker's title.
Right.
Yep.
As far as being the main person to
I
be
think-
manipulating Batman.
I think that could be where this is going because now
Possible.
we see Joker out of the picture.
Yep.
Gone, but we know he's alive.
For sure.
Mhm.
She doesn't necessarily know he's alive.
Yeah.
Batman does not know where he is,
Nope.
well, that we know of. So I'm wondering if she is now doing this whole political thing to try to take his spot. He comes back into the picture and they actually fight it out. And
It's
we
possible.
see something happen there. So I'm really interested to see where this character goes because I think she will stick around. Will she blow up like Harley Quinn? Probably not. But
Probably not.
we'll
yeah,
see.
you know, I don't see a bunch of girls being punchline for Halloween. You know what I mean?
No, but I
You
still
probably see-
think Sophie Turner would kill it as Punchline.
I think costume design is awesome, but like popular wise, who knows?
Yep.
You could see that though. I mean, it would be cool. I'd give respect to someone wearing a Punchline costume over a Harley Quinn.
That's
costume.
fair.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know, Bruce Wayne lost his fortune, and speaking of two guys that lost their fortune last week,
This is funny.
Rob and I went and made an investment
Mm-hmm.
in a collection last week. You guys heard a little bit about that on the last episode.
What'd you
Mhm.
guys get?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, honestly, we
uh,
don't even know everything we got
we don't
yet.
we don't
That's
know
the
everything we
crazy part.
got. It was a lot.
Yeah,
We'll
Lot
just
of-
say that. We'll say that. Now.
Yeah.
A lot
Well,
of, lot
a
of
few
Batman
highlights.
books.
We got a lot of Batman books. We got some Death in the Family,
Mhm.
Death of Jason Todd. Obviously, we've got first
Awesome.
Tim Drake's, probably 50 of those. But we got a couple McFarlane Batmans, which are great. Tons of Image #1s. So I'm
Yeah.
interested
That's
to
what I'm
see where
stoked
those
on.
are.
I'm stoked.
And Image in the 90s, which this collection was from the 90s, was essentially, in my mind, it was the Boom Studio of the 90s, and now Boom Studio is the Image of now.
Right.
So it's like Image blew up in the 90s because of Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, and all those guys. Now Boom is blowing up now, and you
Because-
don't see as much
Because of
Image
the writers and
because of Tinian and
Yeah.
yeah.
Tom Taylor.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
yeah, big always. Big
Al
shout outs to
Ewing.
Boom,
Al Ewing is
Yep.
writing the "We Only Find Them in Space When They Die" or something.
We only see them when they fly over and die. Yeah.
Right, in the mountains.
Longest titles though.
They do have really long
They-
titles.
You know.
They've got ridiculously long titles.
You
No,
know?
that's not true. Wind.
Okay.
Okay, that's
We've evened it out.
All right.
Origins. That's only
Oh,
one word.
all right.
So, all right.
But also amazing stories.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yes, Boom Studio is killing it. So I'm excited to dive into that collection more and stuff like that. So
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to go over and a lot of stuff to go into, and we'll be working on it for the next several years.
But if you're looking for any 90s Batman comics specifically, hit us up
Yeah.
because we have them all
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have all kind of stuff all over the page just for, everybody's sites
on the eBays.
on the eBays.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about news, some stuff developing.
Got some
Uh,
casts this week.
We got some castings.
We got a new series. Hardy Boys is coming to Hulu.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Hardy
cool.
Boys like the book series?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They're doing a
Oh, wow, I
show
didn't
about
know
that.
that.
And it looks more. Somebody said it looks more True Detective than like a little kid's.
True Detective
uh,
is great.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be that gritty.
Season
that's fair.
season was it 2 of True Detective with
Vince Vaughn.
is that season 2?
That
That's
was
season
that
two.
was
okay,
my
season
least
1.
favorite
Season 1 then.
Season
is,
one.
Woody
is with
Harrelson.
Harrison. That's the best one, dude.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
So good.
And then 3 was great, but 2 was like, eh.
See, I
anyway.
didn't finish 3 because 2 was just
Yeah, 2 was pretty bad.
very bad.
3 was good.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're
Anywho,
talking about
anyway, True
crime.
Detective and Hardy Boys. Yeah, so Hardy Boys series will be coming out shortly, beginning December 4th.
December 4th. We got a pushback on WandaVision again.
Unfortunately, January 15th.
which
WandaVision
means
gets pushed
nothing
back.
Marvel this year.
Absolutely.
That
not.
was our one hope.
Nothing
But
Marvel.
now that is the
Just
nail in
comic
the
books.
coffin of
Mhm.
2020.
Yeah.
That really sucks, dude. I think why are they pushing it so much? What do you think? Like why can't they just release that?
I thought that they would do it right after Mandalorian
Mandalorian.
ended, and then the rumor was that it was going to be Thanksgiving weekend, and then they said that it'd be like push back a little further, and that it would it would start streaming the Saturday after Mandalorian ended,
Yep.
because Mandalorian's going to end December 18th.
Yep.
But it's not like they're waiting for something else to come out. It's not like
no,
they.
it's done.
It's
So,
done.
I mean,
They just need to upload it. You know what I mean? So what are they waiting on?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I think it's a little weird with their timing, and maybe they have another idea in mind. I mean, right now, barring more delays,
Yeah.
there's gonna be 4 Marvel films next year.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Plus shows.
plus shows,
But I mean, we haven't
2
gotten
or
any.
3 shows.
Yeah.
We
But
haven't
we
gotten
haven't
any.
gotten any of them.
So I'm okay with that. You can release 6.
You could release 6
20.
and you can take all of Sonny's money to buy them. And watch
Absolutely.
them on
Listen,
the Plus.
we've struggled. We've
Absolutely.
struggled through 2020. Our reward is that we get some movies to
We
watch.
should get 20
2020,
movies
20.
in 2021
Sure, that'd be great.
I'm totally okay
to
with that.
pay for the 2020s.
Well, I mean, everything being delayed. We saw this year was like a bigger film that we watched this year. Tenet.
Yeah,
That's
mine,
it. I mean,
yeah,
I
mine
don't know
was
what else.
Trolls World Tour.
Trolls
You
World
know.
Tour. But you ordered that at the house, didn't
We
you?
did.
Yeah, I went to go see Tenet, and I was stoked. And
I
it
thought
was still,
Sonny was going to say I went to see
I went to go
Trolls.
see Trolls. But I think we get the Star Wars Christmas special. That should be pretty funny.
The Lego
Mhm.
Lego one.
That should be pretty cool.
That
That'll be
looks
cool.
good.
That'll be
Like,
cool.
Ray time travels, so you get like
That's next week.
Let's just hope
Is
it's
it?
not
Yeah.
like the old Star Wars Christmas special.
I don't think it could
I don't
be
think
that bad.
I don't think it'll be that bad.
Yeah.
I think nowadays they at least have some good writing and
That's fair.
with the storyline it'll be pretty all over the place.
We got officially announced the 3rd season for Umbrella Academy.
Yes.
When is it? Is it release at all? Even year?
I think they're gonna start filming next year.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. That's exciting.
And then the Peacemaker series that's going to be on HBO Max.
Yeah, the spinoff with John Cena.
With John Cena playing Peacemaker.
We got Vigilante.
The casting, it's Chris Conrad. I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
Me
We'll
neither.
look, we'll look it
Actually-
up. But they're like Chris Conrad. I go, great.
Sweet.
I don't know who that is.
We got Vigilante on the CW Arrow.
Oh, nice.
For
What season? I literally just started rewatching. I think I started in season 5.
it's farther out there when I'm trying to see who the
Is it Chris Conrad or Chris Conway?
Conrad.
Chris Conrad.
Okay. What? You both said different.
It's Chris Paul.
It's Conrad. The Vigilante character is pretty cool. I think using him in like Suicide Squad stuff is super smart because it's kind of like a C-list villain that doesn't really do too crazy much. But I think it'll be interesting to see what this whole John Cena take is going to be like on HBO Max.
All right, so this guy's a new not a new up and comer, but he has not been anything huge.
Hmm.
He hasn't been in any big movies or TV shows.
I think John Cena he's a star. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
He's a star. He's not on the level of The Rock.
I was just about to
But
say he's not
he's-
The Rock though.
He's a star, but he does have that, I don't know. He has that kind of quirky quality to him that
Little
he could make a good peacemaker, because I mean, Peacemaker is like an overly patriotic guy who's trying to police everyone
hmm
and
There you
stuff.
go.
I
Yep.
think it could be really funny.
Yeah, that's a good.
And you're adding in James Gunn. I mean, it's probably going to be pretty good.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Green Lantern on HBO Max is, I think, what I'm the most stoked for.
Okay.
And hopefully you don't go with the traditional Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. and
So-
whatever, like they go with a different.
You said you finished Arrow, right?
No,
You have never
I'm
finished
on-
the
I'm on
46
season-
seasons.
I'm
Oh.
on season 5, I think.
46.
Dude, it's so many.
I
think it's
finished Gotham, but
like,
now I'm
no.
moving on to Arrow.
Okay, spoiler alert. Something happens in there, and I don't want to give it to you. Someone gets a ring. Someone gets a Green Lantern ring.
Oh, wow! I didn't
It's
know
not
that.
me.
And it's not Arrow.
Is it his sister?
Nah, man.
Dang,
Think more obvious.
my kid's named after his sister.
I know.
Thea.
Yeah. That's an awesome name.
Think more obvious.
Who do you think would get a ring?
Felicity.
No.
Oh, whatever. Then I don't really care. Dana comes back.
No.
Black
All right,
Canary.
you'll see. You're not
White-
even thinking
White
anybody.
Canary.
Well,
Who knows?
speaking of us
John
getting
Diggle.
getting
John
us a-
Diggle.
Oh, man.
There it is.
So something falls from the sky. He gets hit by a comet. He opens up a book and it's a green. Or not a book. He opens up something and it's a green light, and then it.
Okay, that
cut.
makes sense.
So John Stewart. It's John S. Diggle is his name, and it's so I don't know if they're gonna use that at
But
all.
that's CW.
Right. It's definitely
So
a little bit
it's
more
not
happy-go-lucky.
HBO.
Correct. So but they did kind of play homage to like in the Flash stuff. They put Ezra Miller in the Flash TV show.
Did they?
Yeah, when
Yeah,
they
I'm
did
not
the
caught up
crossover.
on Flash either.
They did a Crisis.
Yeah.
but-
Crisis on Infinite Earth, whatever.
Infinite Earths.
Whatever.
And so they crossed.
Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about.
They crossed him over. So I wouldn't be surprised if they play a little
That's true.
something. You know what I mean? I think I'm
Well,
more
we'll
excited
see.
for that over this Peacemaker spinoff.
Okay, so we're talking about him getting a ring. Speaking of you getting some powers,
Ooh, I like that.
I want to play a little what if game with you guys.
Like all those What If comics that we've been finding in that collection. If you're looking for those, hit us up.
We've got what if comics as well.
We really
yeah.
do.
Those are
lots of
those
them.
are great.
We have a bunch of random Web of Spider-Mans. I digress. If you could have any power of Superman's powers, if you could have any power, what would that power be, Robert?
For me, it would be we were talking about this, what's it called? Invincibility, invulnerability, bulletproofness, whatever it is that
It's
he can't be
bulletproofness.
shot or he can't be hurt other than by kryptonite. I think
You want that.
that would be what I want.
Well, there was a little something where he gets exposed to I forget what, and a layer of his skin. He has to burn a layer of his skin off with kryptonite to be able to absorb Earth's sun's powers again.
Mm.
So a little play on. I don't know what story it was. But yeah, I was just talking about.
Well,
that.
either way, I think that would alleviate a lot of fear.
Oh,
it would
yeah.
alleviate a lot of things that limit you. Like somebody's trapped in a building, you can bust through the wall without being hurt. Come
Yeah.
on.
Absolutely, that's
Easy.
awesome.
Sure.
It's not as cliche as mine because I'd want to fly, and I'd want either that or super speed. Easy.
Okay, but I said one power. Which?
But
which
hold
of the
on,
two?
but does he have super speed or does he fly fast?
He can fly. I don't think he just
It's
floats.
But
Flies
he
at the
doesn't run.
fast.
He's not
No,
like the
yeah,
Flash.
you're right.
So his
Flying
super
at the
speed
speed
is
of-
in his flying. It's the same power. He doesn't run like the Flash.
He doesn't. No, and I bet if Superman wanted to run though, he could run pretty fast.
Why would Superman run when he can
I'm
fly?
just saying, I'd want flight. It's cliche, I know, but I'd want flight.
I would want flight as well
Wow.
Dude,
because you're in the
alright.
middle of a conversation, right? The girl's getting mad at you. Okay, this is like my example. It's like because
This
women
is why you want it.
women are mad at me a lot. So there's a conversation with a woman, and she says, "I thought I told you." This. I like, hold on a second. I go, "Phew," and just, like, fly away. Like
I'm out.
I was like,
I'm
see,
out.
like see you.
But if you're invincible, you could be like, I know you're really upset with it. Would it help you if you could just punch me and slap me as much as you want? Great.
I wouldn't want that. I still wouldn't want that, even if I didn't hurt. I wouldn't want that.
No, I just fly away.
I think flying like over Zion or something would be amazing, or
That's
flying
fair.
to like Hawaii.
Huh,
You know what I
Zion.
mean? Zion boys.
Yeah, but how cool would it be to go up to one of the highest mountains and just jump off?
It's still terrifying falling down the mountain.
But it wouldn't be because you have no
But
fear
you-
of being hurt.
But you
You
can
gotta
fly.
still do it once though, and be afraid that you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't think jumping off the mountain would be the highlight of my Zion trip if I had Superman powers.
That's fair.
I don't know. You don't have to deal with airports no more. You don't have to
It's
go
true.
through no type of like.
No,
You don't check no
no
luggage.
traffic.
You don't have to talk to no TSA agent.
nothing.
You don't have to do any of
I actually
that.
enjoy flying, so like in an airplane.
Yeah, but think about what you could do if you didn't have to get in the plane, Robert, and you just say, "I'm gonna go to Hawaii."
I'm gonna
And
go.
you just take off.
That's fair.
That would be dope.
That's fair. But while you're flying at the speed of light, when you hit something, what's gonna happen?
It doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Well, if I do it,
Yeah, because you're not invincible.
that's right. I'm not bulletproofness.
Yeah.
I'm not bulletproofness.
Come on.
Mm.
I think in my case right now,
I'd have to practice.
I have to renew my passport.
practice.
So if I want to go somewhere,
Mhm.
I can't right now.
Because you'd have to renew your passport.
If I could just fly there, it wouldn't matter.
No, because you just fly back out
Yeah, dude.
again. You'd be in
Again.
a foreign land, getting yelled at by a woman, and you just be like, "All right, peace." And she's like, "What is she talking some language?" You're like, "I know." You know what I'm saying?
We all want these
This
I'm
super
giving you
digressed
guys-
way farther than I thought it
Giving
would.
you guys life experience, life wisdom.
It's true, man.
things.
That's true. So
Yes.
maybe in 30 years, I'll want to fly.
Ooh, that one stung.
Yes, Robert, because I'm 90 years old.
I'm not 60.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
Superman doesn't age too much either. I'm just saying.
Nope.
but is that because he like his invincibility? I don't know. I'm trying to fit everything into his
Into his
invincibility.
invincibility.
It's because it is flying.
I think if one
Well,
of you
the skin
guys,
Because of his flying.
if either one of you guys said X-ray vision, I would have been very upset.
That'd have been creepy. You're like,
Yeah.
I'd like X-ray
Yeah, I'm
vision.
looking over. He's like, man, yeah. I think
I'd like X-ray vision. Like, ugh.
No.
ice breath, meh.
The eyes? No.
Heat vision.
The heat
The
vision?
heat
No.
vision.
Oh, what if you need to like, I don't know, cook some?
Yeah, like to warm up your porridge.
There it goes. He's so upset. Warm up your porridge. I don't want that power.
Your porridge.
Oh man.
That sounds something like I would eat.
See, now you're doing it to yourself. Now you're doing it
That's
to yourself.
great. That's great.
I think
Porridge.
other than the normal powers, he has like a solar flare flash thing. That's not useful.
We sort of got a.
He's got
Kinda-
super strength, right? Too.
He
I mean,
does.
He
Technically.
does. Yeah. We got a snapshot of what Superman could be if he was using his powers for evil. Just look at Homelander.
Yeah.
He was like doing
It's
his
true.
his red laser beam eyes,
He-
like
Beam vision.
melting people's heads.
You know what
Yeah.
I'd like to see? The kid from Brightburn show up in something more. Because he was like a Homelander kid, but worse than Homelander.
And they kind of give you like a
Did you see that?
Nope.
Oh.
they kind of talk about like evil versions of different.
Yeah, it was like an evil Aquaman, and
Yeah.
there's like a Wonder Woman kind of witch.
Dude.
So at the end of this movie,
Yeah,
basically,
but isn't that just the boys?
right.
You just named the deep and my
And-
main.
Yeah,
But this is different though. At the end of the movie, because it's definitely like a horror movie, a superhero horror movie. And at the end, it shows different news clips of this guy online. He's like a conspiracy theorist, and he's like, "They're among us." And there's just like 8 other things where they could probably open up this movie universe to something different. But it does show like an evil kind of Aquaman, and then there's like I don't know, there's some kind of like witch something. So I don't know if that's supposed to be like a Doctor Strange or like a I don't know. But it's interesting. It's interesting. It's crazy.
Interesting.
He's really creepy.
It's worth a watch.
It's definitely worth it.
Okay.
Watch it with a baby.
Don't do that.
We'll see. Maybe.
Babies like horror movies.
I mean, I watched the boys while she was around. So.
yeah,
Huh.
she'll be fine.
Should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we talked about some stuff that we did read, and we went through some Tennis Swords and Punchline, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
What's some stuff that you're looking forward to reading this week, like the other 10 or 15 books you purchased this week?
I actually didn't purchase that many
Come
books,
on.
but no, I do have some stuff that we only find them when they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Issue 3
3.
came out. None of us have read it.
Mm-mm.
I'm excited for that. I'm a big Snyder fan. You guys know that. So I am reading the American Vampire 1976. It's his last installment in that series. It's issue 2.
Sick.
Issue 1, he brought back some people from like the very beginning. So I'm excited to see where that's going. That's going to be one of the big ones.
It's
But
a miniseries, right? The
yeah,
5 or 6
yeah,
issues.
yep. And then the other one that I'm really excited about that's not out next week or that I don't have right now, but I'm like on the edge of my seat for is the Department of Truth.
Mm-hmm.
That issue 2 came out 2 weeks ago. Super great. I heard
Really
it just
interested in that.
It's
somebody.
crazy.
I think Tinian might have said they were in a big meeting about somebody buying the rights to it and something like that.
Mm.
So there is something hopefully down the line with that. And of course, then I went on eBay and bought 3 more issue ones, but it's fine.
I'm so proud of you.
I know. Look at me. I'm turning into Frank.
Bad.
Frank, what are you excited to read? Because I know that your poll from Wednesday was probably 3 times the size of mine.
Crazy.
It's too much. I want to read the We Only Go to Space and Find Dead People.
Yep.
Number 3. I want to read that one. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the next the Spy Island, how that ends up. It's a 4-issue miniseries. That's been something that's also been optioned. Department of Truth, of course, has been like a really fun read. I just realized I didn't name any like mainstream stuff.
And that's the cool
you
thing.
know,
I was
that's-
actually
but that's the cool thing
I was
about
actually
it.
gonna say something about that.
But I mean, Aquaman is wrapping up. Aquaman has been okay.
Hawkman wrapped up this
Hawkman
week
Hawkman
with a
wrapped
finale.
up. Yeah,
Nice.
Batgirl wrapped up a week ago.
yeah.
There's a lot of wrap ups happening before 2021. It seems like.
DC's like, starting to trim a little bit,
Mhm.
what Justice League Odyssey is done. So, I mean, gotta wait and see what happens with those, those mainstream titles. These bigger publishers, we don't know what's going to be happening. They're going to have to start cutting back budget wise. We'll have to see if we're going to get more stuff started over again.
Mhm.
But I
Interesting
mean,
times.
but just looking ahead, I mean, as far as death metal stuff goes, I want to see how that gets wrapped up. We're
Yeah.
in the 5th issue next week.
I passed on the first one shot. I've gotten all the one shots up until this week, and I did
Oh, the
not
Lobo.
I did not pick up the newest one.
the Infinite Extreme.
I read the
whatever
Lobo
it's
I'm
one.
still gonna
called.
read it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
I'm
good.
still gonna read
You
the
read-
the series. But was it good?
It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
it's cool.
Lobo's a nut.
That's why
Yeah.
you don't get to see a lot of them, and you
Yeah.
see how ruthless this dude actually
Hey.
is.
Last night I was flipping through our comic collection. We got a lot of Lobo too. A lot of Lobo issue 1s from 1s, 2s, and 3s.
This
It'll
dude,
be interesting.
Hey,
this dude was sitting at a bar, and he was pissed that the bartender wasn't pouring him any drinks.
Rob.
No.
Oh.
Lobo. And then
It's fair.
panel goes over, and he ripped the bartender's arms off.
Perfect.
So he's pissed talking to the bartender, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you can't give me any drinks. Ripped your arms off." So
That-
it's a little dark, and he's just mean. You know
that
what I mean?
feels like something's killing the children panels right there. Speaking of which, issue
That's
12.
That's what
Next
I'm really
week.
stoked for. I'm stoked for that, and I'm not sure when the next one is, but The Last Ronin.
Yeah.
Do you still not have your copy yet?
No.
No, absolutely
I
not.
ordered a second printing.
First
But,
one ain't even here yet.
Yeah, but the first one ain't here yet. So we'll have to wait and see what that goes. Lots of issues surrounding that. Literally, lots of issues surrounding those issues.
Issues with the issues.
But I mean, that's going to be something that they're talking about in like 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
That miniseries, like that, it was really well written and put together. I think that's what we're going to be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But all the outside factors that it was being issued and then reissued during COVID and publisher problems.
Yep.
The size of the book is like a
Yep.
magazine type
Yep.
size. It doesn't fit like a normal bag.
Yep.
A lot of them were being shipped to stores damaged. There's a lot of
weird
things
things.
surrounding it. It's bizarre.
Yeah, and
Um,
I'm interested to see how we do talk about that in a couple years, because even Ten of Swords, it turned into 22 issues because of quarantine.
Yeah.
Because Hickman had more time to write and he wanted to add more stuff. You've mentioned that multiple times, and it's like, what are we going to look back on this comic industry in 2 years and say, wow, 2020 was a weird year for not only Marvel movies but comic books.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
like even metal so long. Just I think writers had time.
They did.
Got more content to put out because you got more time on your hands.
There's books that I forgot about because they had like a delay and stuff getting published.
Right.
That you show up and you're like, oh, the 3rd issue. I was like, I thought I had all of these. It's like
This ended a year ago.
yeah. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna be
funny.
weird, but
I wish they were releasing Disney Plus shows like they were doing comics like that, because I really feel like there should have been more stuff to have over quarantine. You know what I mean?
there
like-
should have been.
I really wish.
Yeah, we got Mulan, but
So
We
stoked.
got Mulan.
You know what I mean? Come on.
When are we gonna get Black Widow?
It's not
the
coming
next
out.
quarantine.
Hey man, don't put that on us, man.
Like these- Next
we
quarantine.
might get one, dude. I really don't want that.
Yeah, we might. Guys, we want to take a moment too to mention that next week we're gonna come back with another live episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna have live call-ins. Maybe Rob's gonna call in. I don't know. We're gonna
I
have
should call in.
we're gonna have a cardboard cutout of Rob here.
I won't be on the road this time.
So
So
we won't be on the road, so Rob will
No.
do a live call-in.
I might dress up as Rob one day.
Dress up as
All right.
Rob.
okay,
Perfect.
That's fun.
Okay.
Dye my beard a little bit.
Get the red beard. even
Yeah,
though I don't
dude.
have. I wear a hat on here all the time, but I don't even have red hair. It's literally just the beard.
That's awesome. I'll do the hat. No,
It's
no.
weird.
You'll see. You'll see one day. One day I'm calling it.
Interesting.
So like I said, it's gonna be a Rob focused episode. That's
I'm
gonna
down.
be
I'll call in maybe.
we're gonna do a Batman focused episode. We're gonna do
Yeah.
our top 5 Batman villains.
Ooh.
So Rob, you'll definitely be a part of that. Call in, let us know your villains. We're going to be talking about Batman movies, the future of Batman in comic books and in film
yeah,
and
man.
television, the possible different series or whatever we're going to get in
Yep.
HBO Max. We're going to be talking about all that stuff. Next week it's going to be a live show. We're going to have some people in studio with us. Maybe George Lucas guy. Maybe
Batman George Lucas.
Maybe a giant hot dog guy. I don't know.
Batman hot dog.
I don't know.
Ooh.
We'll see. But
Do you have it? Do we have any giveaways
for this week?
for the next Batman one?
For the
Definitely,
for the
absolutely.
Batman
Okay.
next week,
Because I was gonna say we could give a couple year 3s. We could give a few Nightfall issues.
we'll put something together and we'll give something away.
We
next
got a
week.
lot of Batman stuff.
We have a
It'll be good.
comic
Did you give
books.
away that Robin King yet?
I gave it away. We've got to correct something.
Oh,
We've got to figure something out. We had
Whoops.
comments in the Robin King deal. We had comments because it was a live episode.
Yep.
And we didn't have the comments saved.
Yeah, because during live, after it got posted onto the actual YouTube page, all of the comments just
yeah, that's an
dissipated.
issue I had too with the YouTube thing I did. Yeah. No,
So-
I'm not even joking. You
Oh.
laugh. I'm not even joking. Yeah,
it
it
sucks.
happened.
So we kind of don't know, and that's the little gray area. So
So maybe
figure
we'll
something out.
re-give it away.
Yeah.
We'll re-give it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. We got a
Okay.
lot of giveaways coming
So-
up. So
Rob, I'm glad that you made it down today to be with us in beautiful downtown Las Vegas.
beautiful downtown. Had to come into town from where I'm at.
You had to come into town. He's out of town.
Well, pretty much. Almost
Yeah.
Blue Diamond.
It's not that far.
No, like the
Yeah.
like the city of Blue Diamond almost.
Oh, I'm like the freeway exit.
City of Blue Diamond.
Word.
So guys, we'll be back next week.
Absolutely.
We'll be posting up the time that we start, probably around 5:30
Come
on the Pacific Coast time.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll be hitting you up next week. Live episode, Batman focused episode.
Remember.
Come on.
Same bad time, same bad channel next week. For Robert, what do you want to say? What's your signature?
Go love some people.
Oh, that's sweet.
You miss every shot you don't take. Shoot it.
Michael Scott. Wayne Gretzky.
Boom.
Go read some comics. Come buy our comics.
Thanks, guys. See you next week. Peace.